Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Leslie, and today we're just going to have a quick check-in. I wanted to show you that I have rolled all of the coins that were in here. The rest do not have enough of each to put in these, so we'll have that to start off the new year with. And I want to go into my budget because Lord only knows what happened the last time I was in here with not enough oxygen to the brain trying to do math. Yeah, still not 100%, but I had to get out of the bed. I just can't. And I'm making it. I'm doing better. I'm trying to cut back on the Pepsi and drink more water. When I'm sick like that, all I want is Pepsi and salty foods. And they're very specific. And my son was wonderful because I'd say, ooh, I want a McDonald's Happy Meal cheeseburger with no onions and some French fries and a Pepsi. And he'd go and get it for me. And I'd say, oh, could you go get me some Totino pizza rolls and then bring them home and heat them up in the microwave and flip them halfway so they're done, but they're chewy? Oh, can you go get me 3 boxes of macaroni and cheese? I wanted the boxed kind. It's just ridiculous. So he was a very good boy and took care of his mommy. And in the beginning, when I was the worst part, he'd come upstairs, and I'd be sprawled across my bed because I probably had to go to the bathroom or something, and that just drains all of your energy, and you just plop into the bed like, it's the best thing you've ever felt. And he'd be like, are you good? So, yeah. I don't think he's ever seen me that sick. Anyway, so yesterday I went medication free, and I sat up and, I'd get up every couple of hours and do a little something, and then I'd feel my energy drain, so I'd get back in bed, and I decided just stay in bed and do something productive in bed. So I rolled my coins while I was in bed. And then today, I said, oh gosh, I feel worse. I don't get a little, And then, no, I just needed to get up. So I got up. I actually took the dog out for a walk for the first time today in a week, or however long it's been. And came back in and made some macaroni and cheese and sat down on the sofa. And then I thought, well, I need to go upstairs and film. That was at about 2 o'clock. It's now 5 o'clock. I've been up here cleaning this craft room. It was horrendous. And I have a clip that I will, insert so that you can see how terrible it is. It was not good. But I cleaned off, like, the surface of where I keep all of y'all's cards and things. I got things situated on the floor. I've got inventory. I put my packing material where that goes. I've separated my Valentine's and last of my Christmas bins. And just, yeah. So I have a cart over there that I need to take care of. But I looked up and saw the time. So I just need to sit down. We're going to do a brief check of the finances, check off what's been paid, make sure I'm, ready. Today I would have gone and gotten $2 for save the date and $36 for the low for January 1st, but alas, we were not trying to operate motor vehicles quite yet. We might try tomorrow. We'll see how we feel. So I'm going to write 36 and 2. So we'll have 2 ones for a total of 2. 36, we'll need a 20, a 10, a 5, and a 1. 36, and the total should be 38. And what messed me up last time is when I wrote my amount and I did my denominations, I didn't add them down here, correctly. And so what I have here should total what goes across here. We have 0, 100, 0, 50s, 120 for 20, 110, 15, and 11 should equal 38. Just got to get my calculator, because, you know, why would I be prepared? All right. 20 plus 10. Okay, we didn't clear. Is 36. I have 38. Oh, I didn't add that one. See? And that's why I have to do both of them. It's like checking behind myself. Try it again, make sure it's right. Hmm. $38, yes. So tomorrow I will go to the bank and I will, you know, pick up these denominations and stuff them into weather and save the date. For week 1, we'll do 10. So I want to come back over here and do 26 weeks. This is why I like a disc-bound system. I can add and take away whatever I want, move things around. 26 weeks, we're going to do 10. I need my fingernail polish remover. Okay. So we're going to need 110 for $10. And that's it. That's the only things I'm going to do. Now, there is something that I do want to add. And, you know, last year I kept it in the book. I didn't check it that often. I think it's going to serve me better to take it out of the book and put it into here where I can see it. And that is this. This is done by Elise Ratner. Her YouTube channel is called Plan with Elise, ILYSSE. And I've been watching her since she first started her YouTube. I was one of her first few subscribers. And, you know, I've always enjoyed watching her content. I think she does an excellent job. She does a great job. She's very, I just said that, she's just very creative. And then when she got into budgeting, I was like, oh, that's cool, because, you know, I like budgeting. And so when she came out with this, I knew I wanted to support her. And so I bought this. She is now in January, I believe, is going to be released a second volume. And I think it's still the 50 to 10,000. We don't know. Because I haven't even looked at it, because I'm like, I want it. But guess what? I have a whole book here. I have a whole book here. I have to do it, okay? You do not have to do these in the book. You can, or in an envelope, you can do them. What is this nonsense? See? You can do them. If you don't save cash, you can do them in a bank account and just keep your, running totals. Not real sure what we did that for. Let's just start easy. I want to find the $50 goal. See, I was working on that because I needed breaks. I ended up charging them. It's a problem. So, I just want to find a $50 or $60 one. I've got this one. I've got this one. I've done that, or I do that. So, that's not the one I would want. And I have a bunch of, that one looks fun. Oh, good Lord. I have a bunch of different, brain, air, oxygen makes it work. I have a bunch of envelopes that are already pre-labeled for the things that I want to save for. I just don't have enough cash to put in each of them. So instead of trying to save for everything, we're just going to start and save $60. And then stuff that into one of those envelopes and then go to the next one, right? So, because I can't find anything, we will just... Hold on, it's got perforations here. I'm going to have to cut this down to fit into my planner, but I'm going to put the $60 one. I don't want to do it that way. Let's see what other low ones she has. See, I kept trying to do these big ones and then just fill in these little ones. It just wasn't working for me. I've got to find something where I don't feel the need. $60. Flip a coin each day. $1 if you land on. Okay, so that's a good one. And then when I get paid, I can just do, $14 to $28. Now, this one will come second. After I save the $60, I'll go on to this one. So I want to do, my goal this year is to do at least 4 of these. And we're going to keep them small. 1% of each paycheck. Well, we can't do that because we already do that. Hey. I'm just looking at the amounts first because, alright, here we go. 50. That's what we want. We want the little ones. Starting small here. Okay, and then one more. Okay. And I don't necessarily have to follow what she is saying here. Like this one says, you know, every time you skip dessert, save $10 or whatever. I can change that, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like, I could, you know, say each one of these is $10, or just do half of it and save $5, or do just the top and say $2. Okay, so we have that one. Alright. We don't like people, but that could be fun. I could take the top commenter for each week's videos and save the amount of dollars. Like week 1, let's say Pam is my biggest commenter. Well, I come over here and I save $16. Go over here, Ann is my biggest, saving $1. Sheila, we're saving $19, and Heather, $8, right? I like that. We're going to do that one instead. That's the one we're going to do. We're going to take back that one. That one's too hard to break down. Alright, so I'm going to cut these down to 7 by 9 1/4, and then I'm going to punch them and put them into my planner, and I'll be right back. Alright, so now I have cut each of these down, and this one will go for January. For February, we'll do flip the coin. And then that will probably last me 28, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That'll last me through March. And then in April, every time I spend money that month, I have to set aside $2. And I can write right here when I spend and what I'm setting aside. Y'all just remind me now. And then in May, we'll work towards this. Now, if I were just to save the base amount of each of these by the end of May, I would have 50 plus we'll say 60, the lower end, just to say. Is that it? Did I have one for January? No, I did not. Okay, and that's fine. I would have $170. Okay? Alright, now, did I say I wanted to start one for January? What are we doing? Yes, I did have one for January. Okay. So we had like, what, 170 plus another 50? That would be $220 by the end of May. So that's just another way that I can save money. So in January, we're going to start with it's going to be called My Top Commenter Each Week. So I am saving for me consistency. January 31st. Okay? Write the name of top commenter. Each week, save the amount of money that corresponds to the letter in the chart provided. Pick the first 4 letters of their name or any 4 letters in their name. Well, I don't think we're going to be doing that. I think we're going to do the first letter of their name. Thanks. We're trying to do consistency, which is small steps, not trying to run a marathon. All right, so I wanted to add those. I did that. I need to... I want to redo this page, but I want to call this cash stash, and we'll just get rid of this column. My 100 envelope I'd like to get back into, but I can't have too many goals or consistency does not happen. Okay? Alrighty then. Now, so in January, we're going to start with saving anywhere from $50 to $100 with the first 4 numbers, first 4 weeks, saving at least the first letter of your name, the top commenter. We'll see. I mean, if Amy, Ann, whatever are the only commenters, then we might have to add, you know, their name, their second letter. Let me see, pick the first, we'll say 2 letters. 2 letters of their name, or any 2 letters, because I don't want to overwhelm myself. So we'll do it that way. Okay? All right. Today was payday. My goals this month are to pay down debt, start stuffing, and be consistent with budgeting videos. This is the first budgeting video for January 2026, and we're going to go through what has been paid so far. Got my paycheck. The house was paid. The HOA was paid. My Amazon Prime was paid, and my IRA has been paid. The next thing that comes out will be my water on the 5th, and then on the 9th I have to make credit card 1 payment, credit card 2 payment, which is the minimum on those. On the 14th I have to pay internet, and then I'll get paid on the 16th. Okay? So we can go through here, and we can say for January, First part of the house is, this is an automatic payment, so this is automatically going to be happening. HOA has been paid. The IRA has been paid. Prime has been paid. And we're just waiting for the water, Amazon, BJ's, internet. Well, actually, I made these two. And the internet. And then on the 16th, we'll make these payments. Okay? So, tomorrow, when I go to the bank, where do I want this to be? I'm not sure. We can put it... I mean, this is just floating up here by itself. Is this where I got it from? We do not know. That's where we'll put it. This planner belongs to. I gotta get my alphas. Hold on. Alright, I'm back. So I'm gonna use these letters because they're just floating around in a box. And I don't know why I do that. I like hoard my stickers and I don't use them. And why? Why do we do that? We don't know. So we're gonna use them. These are very tiny. That's a little annoying. That's okay. I use this ruler to make sure that they're straight. That's kind of straight. And hopefully my little trick will work where I can just take them and put them all down at once and have it centered. All right. There we go. This book belongs to Leslie. I think that was a plan with the least trick I learned. I should probably put 2026 in it. And that's it. Okay? So the next paycheck, we're going to come back and decide what we're going to put in here. Decide what we're going to put in any of these and mark it down. You know what? I feel like those are in the wrong spot. I don't feel like they fit there. I think they should be, yeah. They should be together. And it should be this, that, then that. I don't know. Again, reasons why I like the disc bound. I can move them all around. I'll figure it out eventually the way I want it to be, but I'm going to stop messing with it for now. Just felt like those needed to be together. So tomorrow I hope to go to the bank, get the money, and stuff it with you. And then on January 10th, we better write these dates down. January 10th, 17th, 24 and 31. 110 stuff on it might have to be when I get paid. 116 and then 130. 116 and then 130 and 130. Okay, so let's put week 1 is until $1.3 to $1.10. 1.3 to 1.10. 1.11 to 1.17. 1.18 to the 24th. 1.18 to 1.24 and 1.25 to 1.20. We'll say 1.30 to 1.30 because I'll stuff it on the 17th and the 31st. I'm telling you, it just takes me a little while in the beginning to get it together, and then once I, get it together, it gets easier. Consistency is key. Just got to figure out my system. And then we will check off any bills. Decide with each paycheck how much we want to stuff. Break it down. This is for the 1-2 check. So tomorrow I'm going to come back and get these. Pay day 1-2. Alright, and then stuff on 1-3. Should we do some towards the cash stash? January, we cannot. Okay. Good. Now let me re-add my life, okay? Because I'm trying to get it together. All right, 36, 46, 48. We have a 20. We have 20. We have a 5. And we have 3. Does that really equal 48? Let's find out. $48. Alright guys, that's it for tonight's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm going to try and take my time going through this as I'm learning what system I want to use this year towards saving. I'm trying to keep my goals smaller and less pressure on myself. That's one of the reasons why I get away from this. This year was not that reason. I was doing very well with savings and no debt. But then my son moved in and I wanted to spoil him, and I got him all the stuff to build his own computer, and now I have to pay that off. Don't do that. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for the cash stuffing. Bye.